The latest real estate sales data is out for March. We're going to take a look and see what's happening in the Big Island real estate market coming up next. Hey, what's going on, friends? Dylan Onaka here with the Buy Big Island market update for March. We'll dive right in and take a look at the data. It's starting to feel like a broken record. Every month is pretty much the same. The market continues to roll. But looking at the data from March this year versus March of last year, and the market was back in full swing March of 2021. And so when we look across the board, lots of red on here, but the red and the black kind of tell different stories. The first one is, of course, in the Kona market. We're looking at that first. The current units worth 49 homes sold, which is down 32% because the market was really on fire a year ago and fully recovered. And so we were seeing record high numbers of homes selling in all the markets across the Big Island. But looking at this month, it's a significant decrease just because, again, of the lack of inventory. We keep talking about that month after month after month, but that's kind of across the board. Condos down 60% from a year ago. Again, very, very low inventory in the condo market. So there's just not that much to sell, and everything that does come on the market sells. And if you look down here at average days on market, only 10 days on market for condos on average. So everything that comes on the market pretty much sells immediately. And land also down 18% from a year ago in terms of units. Dollar volume, of course, is going to go down because of the lower number of units that are selling. But if you look at median price up across the board, we're again over $1 million median price on homes in Kona. That's up 9% from a year ago, above almost at 550,000, up 28% for median price on condos. And land, lots of the high-end stuff selling, so that's kind of an outlier there. But again, days on market across the board significantly lower than a year ago. So 23 days on market, that's 43% decrease for homes from a year ago. 10 days, just mentioned that, 10 days on market for condos and 54 days on market for homes. And then final list of sold price, there were some outliers, some high-end properties that did sell for less than sold price, and this kind of drug the housing final list sold price down. But condos again over 100%, 102% for the final list of sold price on condos, and almost approaching 100% on land, which we've never seen that in the past. The past, it's usually around 90 for land when it comes to the final list of sold price. So this is the Kona market. Looking at the entire Big Island market, similar trends across the Big Island market. A little bit less in terms of the number of units falling. There is more inventory on the east side and some of the rural areas, so that's keeping up with the number of units from the homes market, but down 40% across the island for condos. So big decrease there. And again, that's driven by mostly the west side, so that's gonna be more reflective. But land actually up. So what we're seeing, and we've talked about this in the past, is first the housing market got really tight, so then the condo market got really hot, and so now all the condos have sold, all the houses have sold, and people are now looking at land. So the land market has been hot and is actually up from a year ago in terms of number of units. So 318, that's a very high number. That number is usually in the 200s in terms of the number of pieces of land that sell. Dollar volume, again, following the trend of the fall in number of units, but median price up across the board. 515 for homes, 650 for condos. So the median price for condos is above the median price for homes across the island, up 31% from a year ago, and land up to 53,000. That number, normally, a year, 18 months ago would be down in the 25, 30,000 range. So that continues to climb and is up to 53,000 for median price for land. Days on market across the board falling, right? Down 50% for homes, down to 31 days, 15 days for condos, and 104 days for land. And final list of sold price still strong across the board, 96, almost 97% for homes, above 100%, so almost 101% for condos, and 95% for land. So very strong, same kind of trend we've been seeing the last few months, the last 6 months really, across the board on the Big Island. And this is always, the number that we track here in terms of active listings versus number of listings in escrow. And if we look at this, the number of active listings is almost the same, just a few less active listings than a year ago. But this is the interesting number here, is that the number that are in escrow is significantly lower. And this was kind of the height of the craziness, where we were seeing more homes in escrow or more properties in escrow than there were actively listed. And we're back to a little less than a 1-to-1 ratio. But again, this is normally a much bigger disparity in terms of like a 3-to-1 ratio in normal times. So the market's still very, very hot, and just about a few more than 30 days of supply on the market at any given time. So we have been seeing that lower volume of properties in escrow, that things have been a little bit back closer to normal in terms of escrow processing times, and other vendors like appraisers and home inspectors having a little bit more time, because a year ago it was kind of maxed out at all-time highs in terms of the number of properties that were in escrow. If you have any questions, you can put them in the questions below, or email me at dylan@buybigisland.com, and we will get back to you. Thanks for watching. Aloha.